Whew, it's hot in here. Gal. Oh yeah, fresh air. Whew. Welcome back. I am at Motorsports Land here in Spanish Fork, Utah. And as I was driving by, I caught a glimpse of this Keystone Walkabout. This is a beautiful little travel trailer that is built for off-road, and I thought we might as well check this out and see what's going on with it, because this might be a good option for a lot of people. So getting some stickers out of the way, it's the 22 Max. Okay, it does have solar prep, 1 key multiple locks, which is nice, that way you don't have to have lots of different keys. It does have 3-year structural warranty. It's always nice. And for the weights, let's see what we got here. Unloaded weight, 6,500 pounds. This is half-ton towable with that sort of weight, I would think. Gross vehicle weight ratings, 8,600, so like 2,100 pounds cargo. Well, 2040 it says right here. Tires are a 235/75 R15D, 15-inch wheels, all that sort of stuff. Nice. So that gets kind of some of the specs out of the way, but let's go through and check out this entire Keystone Walkabout. Right up front, you have your dual propane cylinders. You do have a power jack, which is nice. 2 5/16 inch ball hitch. A spot for your batteries right here. On the front, you do have this material here that's going to be less dent prone. So it should be a little bit better when you're throwing rocks on those off-road trails. I was surprised at how big the cargo bay is. Usually on a travel trailer of this size, you know, that 24-foot-ish, you don't get this big of a cargo bay. Right here, you have your smart solar controller. You have your battery disconnect, all right there, really easy access, which is nice. Nice big storage area. And I think this is for your front glass. Yeah, so that's a little cover for your front glass. You do have your wet bay right here as well. And you do have full auto level, which is crazy on a trailer this size to have an auto level system. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a fan of auto level, even though they can have their problems. Coming down the side, you do have your solar jack there. You have a stabilizer here. Then you have your big slide on the driver's side. This is quite a big slide for a 24-foot trailer. It is a rack and pinion slide, which is nice. It does come with off-road tires, so that way they aren't getting slick on the trail. They're self-cleaning more so. And then you do have that new Lippert suspension. I have heard a few people complain about this new Lippert suspension. I don't know. Give me a comment if you have any experience with this newer style suspension, positive or negative. I have not had any experience with it, so I do not want to speak either way about that. Right up front, this is where your water tank will be. Pretty clean under here. Don't see a lot of wires hanging, that sort of stuff, which is nice for a trailer that's off-road capable. You don't want things hanging down. So even these stabilizer jacks here, they're tucked up pretty good. And being back here closer to the wheel, less prone to getting caught on things. Coming down the side a little farther, you do have your hot water heater here. Right here you can see your auto level. Pretty cool. It is kind of weird that it has auto level back here, but I didn't see any jacks up front. That's kind of weird. Another stabilizer jack here. It is pre-wired for a backup camera. You have your spare tire right back here. It does have these cool square windows. Really nice. I like those. And then they have a little vent right here. I don't know what the vent's for. But I'm up against the fence, so I'm going to circle around the other way. All right, coming around the other side, you do have this cool decal here. Kind of that topographic off-road look throughout this whole thing. Really nice. Full awning. That has to be, I don't know, 20 feet. Nice awning. Overall, the exterior is pretty dang nice. You do have your cable ports here, so you can run a TV out. Quick change for a hose right there. Overall, this trailer is pretty dang cool. If you look up top, it doesn't have a ladder, so I can't get up there. You can see a solar panel up here. You do have an air conditioner up there as well. You have the Winegard Air 360 antenna. Hopefully you can see all that. I can't get up there to show you. But now that I've shown you the exterior, let's jump inside. Oh, one last thing. Coming around from the other side, you do have the rest of your cargo area. Nice big open area. These panels are removable so you can get back to more of your mechanical. Coming on in to the trailer, you do have your full queen or RV queen size mattress here. You do have storage on both sides of the bed and above. Kind of your standard side RV armoire or wardrobe or whatever you'd call that. Big area. You do have this big front window with a night blind that'll come down to black it out. A lot of people really like these big front windows, give you so much visibility when you're in the trailer. Some people don't like them because you can get rocks being thrown up as you drive down the road, that sort of stuff. They did have a cover for it, but that is a problem you would have to think about. Coming around, nice big square windows. They do have the blackout shades, and I like how these blackout shades are built in, so that way they aren't swinging and hitting. As you walk around the camper, you don't have those shades like bouncing and stuff like that. So I really like that built-in system. The flooring is a standard kind of linoleum style, you know, like most camp trailers have. You do have your two recliners here, and with the recliners, this folds down, so you get your cup holder as well. They are directly across from the TV and have a really good lumbar support. Most RV furniture leaves a lot to be desired, but I was really impressed with how these felt. One thing that I was shocked about when I walked in here, it has a sunroof above the recliners. How amazing is that? I have never seen a sunroof in a slide. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a water penetration issue in the future, but that is cool. And then it does have your blackout shade, so that way you're kind of blocking out that heat during the day, which it is a hot day today here. It's like 93 degrees. Across from the slide out, you do have your dining set. They have it folded down, so you can see how it would make into a small bed for the kiddos. I mean, most adults aren't fitting in that. Kara should fit fine, but standard, you know, there. Right here, you do have your TV. Not a huge TV, but big enough to do what it needs to do. Then you have your cabinetry. Lots of cabinet storage here. These just pop open here. So you just kind of open them like that. Gives you some storage. And you have 4 of those. Then you have kind of the bigger closet style one right here. Across from the dinette, you have this really cool Furrion fridge. This is a 12 volt. I like how sleek and modern it looks. To match the aesthetics of the rest of the trailer, this is a good choice. It's not a huge fridge, just double doors. But this is not like a full-time RV. This is a weekender, that sort of thing. So this fridge is a big enough fridge to make it through what this RV is designed for. Down here, you have your freezer. Nice deep freezer. That's cool. I really like this fridge. Over here, getting into your kitchen cooking area, induction microwave, storage for silverware, all that sort of stuff. You do have the Greystone cooktop here. I like that they went with the actual propane burner. I'm glad they didn't do an induction style. If you're out boondocking, I like to have propane. Comment below, what do you think? Would you rather have propane systems or just be all electric? It's kind of a big topic of debate in the RV industry. Over here you have your sink, nice big sink. Plenty of room to do an actual full-size dish. You have storage up above. You have this removable cutting board here. More storage down here. It's great how much stuff they're fitting in this size of a trailer, because this is the size of trailer that most people buy or would need. It doesn't need to be bigger than this. As you can see right now, it's 103 degrees in here, so I'm sweating a little bit. Coming on in the bathroom, you have your shower. It's not super wide. I mean, arm's width, so you kind of have to do the sideways shower, but it does have a full sliding door, which is nice. Big skylight for the taller people. You do have your medicine cabinet. Keep all your miscellaneous there. Sink, more storage down below. You do have a porcelain foot flush toilet. Nice window in here, because it's nice to have a window in the bathroom along with your vent. You do also have your AC ducted in as well. Overall, this is an impressive little trailer. I'm glad I pulled over to check this thing out. I think it gives you the off-road capabilities that a lot of people are looking for. And it can fit a family in it, which a lot of these off-road style trailers, they minimize them so much it's hard to fit a family besides put them in a tent outside. It does make it nice to see that it's regular kind of RV family oriented, but off-road capable. If you're interested in this walkabout, reach out to Motorsportsland. They have it listed for just under $58,000. But I'm sure they're wanting to sell it and are more than willing to work with you. So, as always, make sure to like, subscribe, all those sort of things, and enjoy your weekend. Whew, it's hot in here. Gal. Oh yeah, fresh air. Whew.